What's up, everybody? Down South Don, back at you with another one. So today I got something different. I have today the Suzuki Vstrom 1050, and this is one of the bikes I had considered getting at one point, and I like adventure. So the 1050, I rode the previous model beforehand, and I really liked it. I was trying to look for something that I can do, you know, a little bit of off-road and, you know, get myself dirty every once in a while. And this is one of the bikes selected versus the BMW 1250. Now, not sure what the comparison may be. I have ridden the 1250. It was pretty nice, and it is a bit bigger than the 1050. So, probably better suited for me. This is a smaller bike than the 1250. Just a little bit. I think the 1250 feels a little bit bulkier, but anyway, back to this one. This is a little bit more simplified, less electronics, and I'm just gonna go on a test ride today just to kind of see how it feels, because I've never ridden this one. And it has a nice, firm, like waterproof, almost like a Sea-Doo type of seat. For those who don't know what a Sea-Doo is, it's a watercraft, jet ski. Moving on. Now, it does have the modes, just like most of the new bikes, with the sport mode, the regular, and rain mode. And let's see. And it has the automatic startup, so you just basically push that power button, it starts right up. RPMs, everything is here, miles per gallon, and the temperature gauge. And I believe you can connect your phone to this. Correct me if I'm wrong. As well as the air. So the startup, it does have ABS and traction control. You push that one time, it starts right up. I mean, pretty nice, simple bike, and considering what they're asking, I believe it's within the 12 price range, which isn't bad for the type of bike that it is. And I'll get more specs on the bike later after I come off of my ride. And it is chain driven, and this model in particular has more of a street tire look, which I'm not really a fan of, because if I'm gonna go this route, I want some type of knobby tire. These are Bridgestones, but like I said, I'd prefer something with a more knobby feel to it. But from what I can see, easy to change the oil, as you can see. Like I said, it's pretty much of a simple bike to work on, from my understanding. So I guess if you're out in the boonies, out in the sticks or whatever, it wouldn't be necessarily hard to get to what you're trying to do. And it does have LED lighting, which is a good thing. Because, yeah, a lot of bikes don't have that. And if you don't have a LED in today's times, then yeah, something's probably wrong. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna get out here and ride this thing and give you my review. All right, so I'm here trying to get geared up, put my helmet on. Kind of excited about this. Now, I've always been pretty much of a dirt dabbler guy, because if you've been watching my channel any time length, you know that I've started out on dirt bikes, and it's always been one of my loves, just because of the lack of restriction on the dirt, the bayou trails, and all of that. So make sure everything's working properly. These vehicles are loud out here today. All right. It does sit quite tall, kind of like that. All right, and it's a go. You do have to give it a little bit of gas to take off. because it idles pretty low. Definitely like the V-twin. Pretty sweet. Quite peppy. Whew. Yeah, this thing rides tall. I like it though. At a seating position, I mean, your seating position is definitely upright. The foot pegs are right under me, which I'm not used to, of course. Riding a road glide, it's totally opposite. Nice bit of pep. And I believe these always have more grunt than necessary. Not necessary, but needed. What's needed to actually get you through on the, dirt trails because of that low end torque. People over here drive crazy as hell. So of course I'm not going to take it off-road today. Definitely don't feel like cleaning it. This is from our sister dealership. So I'm going to keep it on the road today. Nice and firm suspension, which is not bad. Like I say, I weigh I weigh 300 pounds. I'm 6'4", and I'm surprised that this thing actually holds me up like this. Actually, we're going to take another route. Pretty agile. Now, is this something I can see myself riding every day? Probably. I mean, it's not bad. I'd have to get used to the seating position because I feel a little bit of the pressure right on my butt cheeks, which is where I'm assuming it's supposed to be. But I'm used to how can I describe this? Basically on your lower butt cheeks, when I'm used to feeling the pressure on the center of my butt cheeks, which is where most people sit. And that's pretty much where the road glide sits you. And with this bike, of course, the lower and the back higher part of your thigh is pretty much where I feel pressure on this one. But other than that, I mean, this is definitely the position I'm supposed to be in when riding through trails. So it's understandable. Now, on a lot of venture bikes, you see people standing up. And to be honest with you, you would have to probably I know I would. Being a little heavier guy, I would have to get these foot pegs changed to something a little bit beefier. Maybe like a heavy-duty aluminum or whatever. Did I say aluminum? Aluminum. And let's see. Yeah, because they don't look as sturdy. At least not somebody from my size. So I would definitely have to do an upgrade. But I think for the price that they're asking, it's half the price of the BMW and probably just as much fun. And I feel like, yes, you're paying for all the technology and, of course, the BMW name. And even though Suzuki is tried and true, it's been a reliable brand for years. I can't see nothing wrong with getting something like this to actually fulfill your dirt fantasies. Because I actually would buy this. Just has to have a few modifications, that's all. And yeah, maybe change the handlebars, but I'm assuming it's in the right position. I just need them to roll forward just a tad bit. But for the average size rider, sure, it fits just right, but I definitely like the suspension. And I'm sure you can set it up to, accommodate whatever your weight is. But just from the factory as is, I like it. And even in fourth gear doing a roll-on, it's still quite peppy. Now, I believe this is the street version of this motorcycle, so of course not being able to ride it on the dirt, I can kind of see, I can see what it would possibly be like, and just swapping maybe over the dirt tires. And I'm not sure if there's actually a difference between the suspension on the dirt version or this one. So I will find out a little bit more and get deeper in depth with it. So all right, so that's going to conclude our ride, and I'm back at the dealership. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe, and Down South Don, I'm out.